the Bible is God's history book of the universe. In fact, the reality is it's his story. What do I mean by that? It's all about Jesus Christ. It starts with Jesus as the creator, and in the middle you've got Jesus as the redeemer, and at the end you've got Jesus the coming king. And it's all about Jesus. That's why you've got the genealogies to show you his history, his family history, so that he can truly be our kinsman redeemer. He was truly born a man, but he was sent from heaven. And so what does the Bible record about history, earth history? Well, we start with the creation. In the beginning, God created. And we don't have time to go into all the details today, but we'll look at some salient points. The earth was created. It was initially covered in water. And then on day 3, we read that God made the dry land. He put soil on it and he put plants. And he was preparing it for animals to live in and live on, and making it a suitable home for man. On day 5, we read that God made the flying creatures and the sea creatures. He'd already made the oceans and the atmosphere earlier on. Now he was filling them. And then on day 6, he filled the land with man and with the land animals and man. And of course, you don't need to be reminded, surely, the reason why those were literal days, roughly 24 hours as we experience today, is simple. Go to Exodus chapter 20, verse 11. The reason God said, you will work for 6 days and rest for 1, is because in 6 days the Lord made the heaven and the earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested on the 7th day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Aren't you glad that the week is only 6 days long and you get a day of rest? You know, if the week was millions of years long, you'd never get a day off to rest. But it doesn't say God worked for millions of years and therefore you'll work for millions of years. You know, it's the only basis for our work week, our week. There's no other basis outside Genesis and Exodus here. And God makes it perfectly clear. And by the way, it's repeated in Exodus chapter 31, and it tells us that these words were written by God with his finger on tablets of stone. Where else in the Bible did God actually write for us? In 6 days.